Hi guys, so this is about Hockney joiners, and I wanted to show you how to do it in PowerPoint for this video. Hopefully you will all have access to PowerPoint. First things first, this is coming up by default as a sort of whiteboard presentation. We want it A4 or even A3 actually. That would just give us more space to work with, and if we were to print it, we wouldn't have any problem printing it to a normal printer with a A4 page in it. So what we do is we go to Design, and we go to Slide Size, and we go to Page Setup, and let's put it on A3 for our purposes, and we say OK. We don't really care at this point about scaling or not scaling because we haven't got any content on it, so it doesn't really matter which one we press there. Let's get rid of these, which come up automatically. Now you want to make sure that you've downloaded your photographs, and in a second I'm going to talk to you more about taking the photographs. So these will be here, and you'll be dragging these over, and you'll be organising your piece on this PowerPoint. Right, let me bring up for you on here, hopefully this will work. So this is a recording from my phone, and I want you to just observe the way that I've taken the photographs, okay? So I'm being quite methodical about it, and I've zoomed, I actually was quite close to it, so I'm not trying to get all of the house in one photograph, because that kind of defeats the point. The point is you've got lots of different perspectives and lots of different kind of focal points, and you're all going to collage them together. Also getting a bit of sky and a bit of the surroundings to my main focus was the front door. Okay, so that was very quickly done there. So here are the photographs that I just took, and I'm going to bring them in here. Now you see that they want to automatically be the same as big as my page, and I don't really want them that big because I'm making a little kind of composition, so I'm going to bring it down, and it's a bit hit or miss. You know, you can either bring all of them in. I'm going to get rid of that because it's confusing us. You could bring several in at a time on some Photoshops. Other times I find it doesn't work. Let's try up to 1769. Will it let us import them all into one page? Sometimes it really, if you're using the online-based Photoshop, it might not like that. Yeah, so there they all are underneath there, and I'm going to just make them a little bit smaller. Not all of them are there, of course, just some of them, but I'm going to roughly make them similar sizes to start with. And of course, with photographs in PowerPoint, you can crop them and you can change the layers. So if you've got one that's behind the other, you can actually right-click on it and bring it to the forefront, or send it to the back, or send it only back one layer, kind of thing. Let's spread these out so we can see what's going on here. So if I was you, I would sort of map them out a little bit. Could even be a bit smaller, these actually. So you can see that this window up here, this window above the porch, is the same one, but because I slightly angled the camera, it's going to produce kind of an interesting effect when we put them together. And we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for the opposite of that in a way. You can also move your pictures around a bit like that. So let's see what we've got. We've probably taken way too many pictures, but I think it's better to take too many than not enough, because then you've got choice. Okay, so that pillar is that one there. I think I like this picture here. You can keep some of them larger than the others. I think I might bring this to the front, so I'm right-clicking, bring to front. Yeah. Maybe it's a bit too similar to the other one. I'm angling it a bit for interest. Now, I haven't brought in all my pictures yet, so I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to put that one over there just to keep it out of the way. That goes up here. Ah, look, that's the same window, so that might be quite fun to have that like that. That's the path. That's kind of around there. So we'll just put that there for now. Put that there for now. This kind of is down here. And this is our sort of main front door one, actually. Let's bring that to bring forwards. Sometimes it feels like nothing's happened because it's come forward, but you won't see it because the picture that's in front of it isn't actually overlapping it, if that makes sense. Let's bring it to the front. Now I've got a bit of blank space there. I don't really want that. So I'm probably looking, oh, this is the one I'm looking for. Could put that behind like that. Now what I want to do is just go to view and actually I can go down, you can't quite see, but I'm going down to sort of 91% view there. Actually a little bit back up, 92. Okie dokie, our picture is sort of forming. It's up to you, the judgment that you use to how many photographs you're actually going to use. You can sort of accentuate things. Let's put that kind of there. I sort of want this endless railing and bicycle situation. So it looks like the bicycles go on and on and on. And I've also got some more pictures that I want to bring in, which are probably these ones. Actually, you know what I might do before I bring them in? I might actually get a new slide and I'll bring them into that one, just so I don't make a massive mess. So it was this one to this one, bring them in, they'll all come in on top of each other. You might have to bring them in one at a time, just depending on how fast your computer is. So let's just get a look. Ah, these are the sky ones, right? Okay, and the next door ones. Get them down a bit. And that one might be good to have in here. Put this over there, so that just goes a bit smaller. Kind of like that. I think I want it a little bit further back, so send backwards. Is that gonna, could bring this one forwards. Gotta be a bit careful what you're doing. I think I'm gonna make it smaller. Maybe like continue this sort of porch line. But I do want it to go, I'm gonna send it to the back and see what happens. Okay. Now don't worry too much about going off the page here, because we can actually do something about that later. That might be quite fun. What else do we have? Let's, so we do that one? Do we need that one? Not sure about that one at the moment. That one is, I'm just concentrating on the right hand side at the moment. So that's, oops, that one is this window up here. You can see it's getting, yeah, that might be better. So that is actually like that. I don't care about the sky being a different colour. It all adds to the Hockney-like bitness. Okay, here we are. That's the kind of ground floor. So that's kind of like that. I think I'll slot that one in there. Maybe make this one a bit bigger. Slot this one. Maybe we'll make it like that. Do we really need this one? Actually, it's looking a bit slightly too messy around there. I don't know. Because that's one of the first I imported. Send to front, bring to front, put it over here, make it smaller, sort of. Might that be funny? Yeah, it might be better than what it is. Maybe I could see. Don't like let it. You could actually let it elongate like that. Yeah, that might be quite funny. This one at the back, maybe I want to elongate that one. Yeah. What will happen if I do this one? I'll keep that one like that for now. And let's see. So this is, okay, let's bring this one into play then. This is a big dustbin lid. Maybe I don't really want that dustbin lid there, but okay, we'll put it like that. Yeah. And we've got the pathway. So let's take that. So I'm just pressing Command and X in my Mac to collect it from that other slide. Now we've got a nice bit of path here. Yeah, that'll do. Can have fun with that path seeming to curve. I haven't been doing. Oops. Let go there. I haven't been doing much twisting. No, that's fine like that. So you can see it's a sort of disjointed view now. Let's have this one, get that. I don't really like the way there's a massive thing there, so I'd always try and... I think I want to send this one to the back because the colour is just so different. Send to back and see if we can get the next door house just hinted at there. Something like that. And is that... that's mainly the dust. Oh, that one's quite a good one. Yeah, that's a bit better, a bit too big. Maybe something like that. So you get the idea there. Now, I don't think I'm going to bother. Do I need any of these? What was that one? Paste. Yeah, it's quite nice to have those telephone lines, but it's sort of up like that. Maybe send to back. Nah, not much point. Maybe pretend it's the continuation of those lines over there. Yeah, could do that. Okie dokie, so you see we've gone outside our canvas here. Oh, actually, you know what? We could just try putting this one in. That's actually the one that should go up there. It's kind of... I'm probably going to drop this to the back. No, in the end, it's maybe bring forwards. Don't know. I'm not going to spend too long fretting over it because that's what your job is when you do yours. Okie dokie. Right, so you can see we've gone beyond our canvas. That's probably always going to happen because you just don't know what size it's going to take up. Design, slide size, page setup. Now, remember we were on A3. Now, what we could do is say custom. And I think that's what we're going to need to do. So it's going to allow us to put our own size in centimetres. Sometimes it lets you do inches. You can change it. Now, the double size of A3 is A2, which is 59.4 by 42. So look at which is the short side. It's the height, isn't it? So let's make that 42. And what did I say? 59.4. 59.4. Okay. Now, we do not want to scale it up because that means all of the pictures will just get just as big as they are now on our canvas. So let's try this. Okay, so we are viewing, let's put it down. Yeah, okay, that's much better. I've just noticed that this little one here got left behind because it was off the canvas. So I'm going to bring it in. Now, if you were to select all of them, you can do that. But if you were to try and make them smaller, they're all going to come out of kilter. So that I wouldn't recommend that. Command Z, to do that. Now I'm thinking, yes, okay, but I'm really attached to having this this paving stones down here. I wonder Don't really care about that bit of sky at the top. Maybe I can bring that in somehow. But I do like these sort of sticky outy paving stones in the foreground here. Maybe I'm actually going to go back and make it even bigger. Sorry, it's design and then slide size, page setup. Let's actually do a square page, 59.4. Oops, not meters. Centimeters. 59.4 cm. Now we don't want to scale it, remember? Okay, so now I've got a massive, pretty much 60 by 60 work there. Now what you could do is just say, right, I am going to see if it will let me export it. Export. When you go to File, Export, and it should let you save it as a PDF or as a JPEG, and then you've got a flattened copy. You won't be able to change it, but at least you've got a copy. And you can see down here that I'm going to call it, what should we call it? Joiner 1. And it's allowing us to save it as a PDF. I think I want to save it as a JPEG. That is a image file. And I'm going to save it in my downloads folder. And that is exported. So, and then you should be able to go and see in your downloads folder that image is there, Joiner 1. Okay. We don't really want this anymore, so I think we can leave that. Actually, you know what? Let's just try that last one. This photo here, don't need that one. Can I go and add this in somehow? Again, it might need to go, it's the same, it basically goes here, but it just might be fun to have it continuing that Rayleigh line. Maybe even there, but sends that to the back so that you can't see so much of that red front door. Yeah, maybe even, no, okay. So I think that looks a bit better because it's more even. So what we're going to do is the same again. We are going to export it as a JPEG. Joiner 1, it's going to have to replace that one I just did. And another thing we can do, if this has got really too big for your computer and unwieldy, you can actually bring it back down to the A4 size again. So slide size, page setup. Now, we're going to want to do pretty much A4. It knows the size. So we say yes. Now this time, we are going to scale it and see what happens. There we are. So there you go. All of those photos are now within the boundaries of the A4 paper. So I want you to have a go at that yourself. And you can either do it with a view or you could do it with an object on a table. If you're doing it with an object on a table, you might want to move around the object a bit more than I did with this scene. It's kind of different. If you're doing a scene, outdoors, for example, or in a room, you don't move around. You move your camera around, but you don't move your body around. Whereas with an object, you might move your body around the object more while you're taking the photos.